This boy seems to have an ear infection in that ear. I already have a ton of ear cleaning solution and ear medicine because of Snoop. So he did not like it, but I cleaned his ear and gave him some medicine, some drops. He got a salmon treat and a slice of turkey. He's fine. I don't know that he never gets infections or anything, so I don't know what's going on with him. Whatever. Hopefully that fixes it and it's a one and done. But good morning. Welcome to Vlogmas day 17. It's November 17th for me, a Thursday. Today's a fun day. I have laser hair removal at 11:30, therapy at 1, and then I'm filming with Emily at 2, and then it's girls' night tonight. So it should be a whopping good time, but we'll see what happens. Emily loves a filming day. Maybe I can put some sneak peeks in this. We're actually filming for a video that goes up in 2 Tuesdays, because we're so ahead. Stop shaking. Stop shaking your old ear around, please. Here you go. Like this. Eat your egg and kibble. He sniffs out the egg first. I've just been going today. Just been going. It's 4:42. I did LASIK. No, I did laser hair removal with Abby, and then we rushed home and I ate a bunch of leftover sushi and then had therapy for an hour. And I decided I want to tackle, what is it called? I never remember the name for it. Misophonia, where like when people smack their lips. I have that and I decided I want to tackle it today. So my therapy, you can be in here just vlogging. I already told him about it. My therapy, I want to vacuum though. I find a lot of enjoyment.
I do too, but I'll let you have this one.
Thank you. I decided in therapy today I wanted to tackle that. So, you know, I'll tell you more about it, but for right now, you know, I'm gonna tell you more about it later, because right now Emily and I are just trying to clean because everything got very messy, and we have girls' night tonight. And Emily's actually gonna show up for once, because mainly she doesn't have the energy to leave my house.
So tired.
So yeah, that is it, but we're gonna clean. We're both exhausted. What is it the fault, the daylight savings? It's the period because we're PMSing? We're PMSing this week. So we are aware, we are trying, but yeah, well, there it is. That's what it is.
Wait. Hello?
You got too much enjoyment from that.
I really did.
Anyway, it's time to clean. All right.
I got something. Let me see your ear. Bitch, boy. How's your ear doing? Did the medicine help?
Hi, say hello.
Oh,
So I feel all better. Thank you, moms, for making me feel better. Hi, we had to go to the store real quick. So we're gonna clean. Abby's getting off of school early, which stresses me out because I wanted the house sparkling. My lips feel dry for when she comes home, but I'll just meet her with a glass, a little libation for her school night. And then we'll clean while she's there. But Devin's also coming over. Oh, I'm gonna be stressed. I'm stressed. And also, Emily's sad, so we're getting her a sneaky snack. We left Daisy in the car for the second that we were in there. She's... Did you set the alarm off, Daisy?
This is, I swear I did nothing.
You set the alarm off, I know you. You want your snack?
Yes, please.
Sneaky snack.
These are the best depression cure. That and my antidepressants.
Therapy and... It's girls' night.
It is. It's girls' night.
It's girls' night. We ordered Greek food. Emily's here for once, and that's why the camera's actually being used.
I know, I meant to say that. I'm really glad you're here.
Oh, thank you. I'll let her dog leave my garage. So girls' night has ended. I know I didn't vlog much today, I'm sorry, but I was planning on picking up my vlog camera for a very long time to talk to you about my therapy session. So as I stated earlier, like 2 seconds ago for you guys, but it was hours for me, I have like a fear of mouth noises. It's called a phobia. I wouldn't classify it as a fear, I'm not scared. No, I did not know you were coming out here. I thought you were a random person. So I had therapy and finally I had mentioned to my therapist about it before, but lately it's been getting like really bad. So basically when someone eats with their mouth open, makes smacking noises, whispers, and I hear like the saliva in their mouth, I get filled with rage. It's like the easiest way to explain it. It's not great. I've never liked it. I've known my therapist was like, when did this start? And I was like, I've known this since I was like a child. Like for my entire life, I've struggled with this to the point where like people close to me, they'll hear it and then like see that it's happening next to me and they'll offer to switch seats with me. I leave dinners. I excuse myself. I will purposely not eat with people if the way they eat bugs me, and I know it's not their problem, it's mine. And so like I don't like making people feel bad about it, so I don't say anything. I just kind of excuse myself. It's gotten to the point like we were at that fundraiser and someone next to me was eating, and every time they ate, they'd close their mouth, but then they'd clean their mouth afterwards and make a bunch of smacking noises. And I got so irritable, and Abby was like, have you talked to your therapist about this? I was like, no, because I don't want to do exposure therapy, and I kind of know that's like the step to fix it, but it gets so bad that I fear going to places that require me eating next to strangers. And like a few months ago, Abby took me to a comedy show and I had to switch tables because it's like you're seated with people and the dude next to me was making so much noise, and it's not oh, I don't like that noise. It's, I physically can't handle the noise. So I literally had to switch tables, and I even said at the fundraiser with Abby, I was like, I need to bring earplugs with me in case I get sat next to someone at these type of things, and like I can put an earplug in, but that's not a way to live life. So I finally talked to my therapist about it, and she's like, okay, we have to figure out what causes it, like where it stems from, when it started. And I'm like, why does that matter? I want to fix it. She goes, yes, this is how we fix it. I fought her for like first 20 minutes. She'd ask me a question, I'd answer it. I'd be like, okay, so what's the solution? She's like, I have to figure out more, Rachel. And I figured out like the past few months I realized like dogs eating is disgusting, but the past few months I don't like it, but it doesn't fill me with rage. Like I'm like, oh, that's gross, but I can be around it. Whereas before I would leave the room. And she was like, has Abby ever made these noises? I was like, no, Abby's perfect. She's like, okay, so what I'm getting is, and she like figured out like, it's not the actual noise, it's what it's related to, found the root cause. And now I basically have to do exposure therapy, where she's like, when you go into a situation where you know someone's gonna be eating like that, or they might be eating like that, to prep yourself, like do a pep talk and get there and know nothing bad is gonna happen. Basically have to sit with the noise. I was like, that is the opposite of what I want to do. And I was like, exposure therapy. She's like, to a degree, but she's like, it's not the noise, it's what it's associated with. So I was like, oh my goodness. So it was a really good session. And usually my therapist always jokes with me, at 40 minutes, I'm done. Like I'm done with her at 40 minutes. I don't want to talk anymore. And we went a full hour today. She was like, this was all right. We actually had to talk about some things today. I was like, all right. Because usually I'm just like talking about like petty little stuff like, oh, my friend said this, or I had this feeling, but it was PMS, blah, blah, blah. And today I was like, oh, so I have this phobia I want to get rid of. And she's like, finally. I can actually do something with you. So that was my therapy, and I felt really good afterwards. Like I obviously have not fixed it or solved it. She just gave me some, not necessarily tools, but just like frames of mind to go into those situations with. And she's like, it's gonna take a while. It's not like a magical thing that's gonna end overnight. She goes, it's literally, you have to retrain your brain. And like when you hear it, you have to just remind yourself nothing's wrong. You're gonna be okay. It's not physically gonna do anything to you, and you can overpower this. And it's like, I have to give myself like a motivational pep talk while it's happening. It's not gonna be fun. I'm not excited about this, but I felt really good finally talking to a professional about it, because it was something in my life where I was just like, oh, well, this is what it is and this is what it's gonna be. And I don't wanna deal with that. I don't want that to be the rest of my life. So I'm glad I said something, and obviously it's still with me, but like, it sounds like a stupid thing, but it's like, it's something that really was starting to impact my life socially. Like when I didn't leave my house ever, it wasn't a big deal. But now I go places and I meet people and I have lunch and dinner with human beings, and it's getting to a point where I don't want to have to change tables or make Abby switch seats with me or bring earplugs or ask people to like close their mouths. Emily I love her. She eats a lot of candy, and it was like, I know it's not her problem. It's like, she's not eating in her mouth open. It's just like, I could hear the candy in her mouth. It was stressing me out in like a dead silent room. So I'd have to turn on music, and then she'd be like, she knows why I was turning on music. And then I feel bad because she's not doing anything wrong. It's not her fault. It's my problem. So anyway, that was my therapy. And I feel really good about finally discussing it and getting it out there. And I'm not excited about the process of fixing it, but I like that I'm taking steps to do so. That is all. I just wanted to get that out there. All right. Tomorrow we're going to LA and seeing Fletcher. And then after that, the next day we're seeing Ashley Gavin. So we're gonna have a very exciting weekend. I will be filming all of it, but today I just had therapy and then worked, and that took my whole day. And then girls' night. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. You beautiful, wonderful people. And I'll see you tomorrow with another vlog. Bye.